Welcome back, Bat fans. Today, we're diving into the dark and twisted world of Tim Burton's 1992 classic, Batman Returns. A movie where Gotham City gets even grimmer, villains get more eccentric, and Batman faces some of his most memorable FOs. Hey everyone, I am Lois here. Batman Returns isn't just any superhero film. It's a Tim Burton spectacle filled with his signature gothic flair. So, let's jump right into the icy depths of Gotham and explore what makes this movie a beloved, albeit controversial, entry in the Batman saga. After the massive success of 1989's Batman, expectations were sky high for the sequel. Tim Burton returned to direct, bringing back Michael Keaton as the Caped Crusader. This time, he introduced us to two iconic villains, the Penguin, played by Danny Devito, and Catwoman, brought to life by Michelle Pfeiffer. Batman Returns hit theaters in June 1992, amidst a wave of anticipation and high expectations. But this sequel took a darker turn, delving deeper into the psyches of its characters and the shadows of Gotham City. The movie opens with the tragic backstory of Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin. Abandoned by his wealthy parents, he's raised in the sewers by penguins. Fast forward to Christmas time in Gotham, and the city is under threat from this deformed and vengeful villain. Parallel to this, we have Selina Kyle, a meek secretary who, after a near-death experience, transforms into the fierce and vengeful Catwoman. Her arc is a tale of empowerment and revenge. Batman, meanwhile, is caught in the middle of this chaos, dealing with his own struggles and the duality of his existence. The plot weaves these character arcs into a narrative that's both a psychological drama and a superhero spectacle. Michael Keaton's Batman is brooding and introspective, a stark contrast to the flamboyant villains he faces. Danny DeVito's Penguin is grotesque and tragic, a far cry from the comic book portrayal. While Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman steals the show with her complex, sultry, and fierce performance. Each actor brought depth and nuance to their roles, making these characters unforgettable. Pfeiffer's Catwoman, in particular, became an instant icon, with her portrayal influencing future iterations of the character. Tim Burton's unique visual style is unmistakable in Batman Returns. The dark, gothic architecture of Gotham, the eerie, snow-covered streets, and the surreal, almost nightmarish, quality of the sets and costumes all contribute to the film's distinct atmosphere. Burton's vision for Gotham City as a twisted, gothic nightmare is beautifully realized. From the towering skyscrapers to the grimy alleys, every frame is a visual feast. And let's not forget Danny Elfman's haunting score, which perfectly complements the film's dark tone. Upon its release, Batman Returns received mixed reviews. Critics praised its performances, visuals, and darker tone but criticized its departure from the lighter, more accessible superhero fare. Despite the mixed reception, the film has gained a cult following over the years. It's celebrated for its bold take on the Batman mythos and its exploration of complex themes. Whether you love it or hate it, there's no denying that Batman Returns left a lasting impact on the superhero genre. While Batman deals with a deformed man calling himself the Penguin wreaking havoc across Gotham with the help of a cruel businessman, a female employee of the latter becomes the Catwoman with her own vendetta. In the sewers of Gotham City to the rooftops of the Gotham City, the Penguin Danny DeVito wants to know from where he came. Catwoman Michelle Pfeiffer plans to kill rich man of Gotham Max Shrek Christopher Walken. But as he battles with millionaire Bruce Wayne Michael Keaton, both ladies' men have their own secrets. Bruce Wayne is back as Batman trying to stop the Penguin. Max is helping Penguin steal Gotham City while Selina Kyle or Catwoman tries to help Penguin, not knowing her man murder target, also her murder, is helping him, but all four men have their goals: taking Gotham from crime, winning Gotham City, assassination for two men, and more money to be Gotham City's #1 rich man. After stopping the Joker's rampage, Batman Michael Keaton finds himself facing the hideously grotesque Penguin Danny DeVito, a deformed villain who emerges from the sewers who plans to be respected into Gotham's community. Little does Batman know is that devious businessman Max Schreck Christopher Walken is working with the Penguin to becoming mayor of Gotham. And they also plan to frame Batman from a different perspective. Meanwhile, Max's lowly secretary Selina Kyle Michelle Pfeiffer gets thrown out a window from her workplace and transforms herself into the mysterious vigilante called Catwoman. Can Batman defeat two fiendish FOs at once and clear his name at the same time? Having defeated the Joker, Batman Michael Keaton now faces the Penguin Danny Devito, a warped and deformed individual who is intent on being accepted into Gotham society. Crooked businessman Max Schreck Christopher Walken is coerced into helping him become mayor of Gotham, and they both attempt to expose Batman in a different light. Earlier, however, Selina Kyle Michelle Pfeiffer, Max's secretary, is thrown from the top of a building and is transformed into Catwoman, a mysterious figure who has the same personality disorder as Batman. Batman must attempt to clear his name, all the time deciding just what must be done with the Catwoman. Tucker and Esther Cobblepot, an aristocratic couple, throw their deformed infant child into the sewers, feeling that Gotham's high society would not approve after witnessing their son kill their pet cat. However, a flock of penguins living in the sewers rescue him and raise him. 33 years later, the child becomes the criminal penguin Danny Devito. He kidnaps businessman Max Schreck, blackmailing him into helping him become a citizen of Gotham City using evidence of his corporate crimes. Meanwhile, Max finds out his secretary, Selina Kyle, has found out that Max is planning to build a power plant which will drain Gotham City of its electricity. Max pushes her out of a window, ensuring that she will not tell anyone. However, a flock of alley cats lick her corpse, reviving her. She returns home, suffers a mental breakdown and makes a homemade black vinyl catsuit, and becomes a costumed vigilante under the name of Catwoman Michelle Pfeiffer. Penguin sends one of his costumed henchmen to kidnap the mayor's baby while he saves him, becoming a hero in the eyes of the people. However, billionaire Bruce Wayne Michael Keaton is suspicious of the Penguin, and finds out that he is the leader of the Red Triangle Circus gang who commits crimes throughout Gotham. As Batman, Bruce decides to protect Gotham from the gang. After Penguin finds out his parents are dead and his name is Oswald Cobblepot, Max decides to make Penguin the mayor of Gotham City because the current mayor will not approve of Max's power plant. To do this, Penguin has the Red Triangle Circus gang create a riot, causing the citizens to lose all faith in the mayor, but Batman stops it. During the riot, Catwoman vandalizes Shrek's department store to gain revenge on Max. When Batman and Penguin confront each other, she intervenes before the store blows up. Penguin escapes as Catwoman fights Batman. Batman pushes her off a rooftop, but a litter box on a truck saves her. The next day, Penguin and Catwoman collaborate on a plan to kill Batman. Meanwhile, Bruce and Selina develop a romantic relationship. Penguin and Catwoman kidnap the Ice Princess, an actress chosen to turn on the Gotham City Christmas tree lights, framing Batman for it. Batman finds her, but Catwoman takes her to a rooftop where Penguin releases a swarm of flying bats which make the princess retreat backwards, falling off, making her death seem like Batman's fault. Catwoman rejects Penguin's advances, prompting him to make an attempt on her life. Batman enters the Batmobile and finds out that Penguin has control over it, due to a device Penguin's gang installed. Penguin takes it on a devastating rampage, but Batman regains control over it, escaping death. Batman, having recorded Penguin's plans during the rampage, plays it during Penguin's election speech, turning the people against him. Enraged, Penguin kidnaps all the firstborn sons of Gotham City, including Max Schreck. Batman saves all the babies, forcing Penguin to execute an alternate plan to destroy the entire city with his army of penguins. Batman foils this plan by luring the penguins back to Penguin's sewer base. Batman briefly fights with Penguin, then pushes him into sewer water. Catwoman tries to kill Max, but Batman stops her and reveals himself as Bruce. Max shoots Batman, knocking him out, and Catwoman claims that she has 6 of her 9 lives. left although Max shoots her 4 times, leaving her with 2 lives. Catwoman kisses Max with an electrical taser between their lips and breaks an electric wire, creating an explosion which kills Max, but Batman cannot find Selina's corpse. Penguin emerges from the water but chokes on his own blood from internal injuries from the fall, and his Emperor penguins drag his corpse into the sewer water. Afterwards, Alfred, Bruce's butler, drives Bruce home. Suddenly, Bruce spots Selina's shadow in an alley. He investigates the area, only finding her black cat, Miss Kitty, taking her with him before exchanging Christmas wishes with Alfred. Finally, the bat signal lights up in the night sky and Catwoman rises up into the foreground and stares at it, confirming that she is alive. I've enjoyed this movie ever since I was a kid and I still do. I also liked Batman Forever back then, but the real difference is that this movie didn't date when I grew up. I did notice a few scenes in this film that didn't make any sense, like, the crowd is angry. Hey, where did they get those tomatoes from? Then I thought, who cares? This movie is not 100% serious anyway. The original Tim Burton Batman was great as well, but it was a bit cheesy at some parts and I didn't like all the actors. This movie improved on almost every aspect with a wonderful cast, a more gothic style and no involvement of Prince. Nowadays, many fans of the Christopher Nolan movies dislike Burton, claiming that the Nolan movies are more serious and therefore more loyal to the comics. I don't think this is entirely true. There has never been an adaptation of the original concept of Batman, which was a vengeful criminal killer with a gun. Batman has taken many forms over the years, peaking its silliness in the 60s and a bit with Batman and Robin. A director is free to choose what kind of Batman he's going to portray as long as it's good. My opinion, Batman doesn't necessarily have to be serious. It's about a man in a rubber suit with pointy ears. Burton managed to create a perfect balance between the silliness and the darkness surrounding the whole idea. I just recently watched the Nolan movies and I love those ones as well, especially The Dark Knight. There's simply something about this movie that interests me more. Nolan's goal was to give the character much more depth, and in doing so, he looked for an explanation of nearly every aspect of Batman. That's a bit too much for me. I'm a bigger fan of the more abstract version of Batman. The Burton movies are more theatrical and centered around the atmosphere. My conclusion is that you shouldn't compare the Nolan with the Burton movies. They're just different and it's up to you to decide which one you like better. My respect is for both directors. So, there you have it, Batman Returns in all its dark, gothic glory. It's a film that dared to take risks, and while it may not have pleased everyone, it remains a fascinating and visually stunning chapter in the Batman saga. What do you think about Batman Returns? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep dives into your favorite movies. Until next time, stay batty.